then please text the word "club" along with your issue and secret to 55555. A member of our installations will be address your concern immediately. The National Basketball Association and Golden State Warriors are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as throwing objects, attempting to enter a court, or interrupt play, or using improper language and gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the Usher Security Force for this news. At small forward, 6'9", number 77, Greg Daniels.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson with you, Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at Golden State, things stacking up nicely for them so far. #1 in their conference and looking formidable.
Well, I think for the Warriors, it's impressive how well they have played. I mean, some teams need more time before they start clicking, but not them. They were ready from the beginning.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. And for the Warriors, Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Jimmy Butler out there with Green. And it's Daniels in at the small forward position. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a 3-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Count that one.
This guy, an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between, dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Outside Pajemski. 3-pointer. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now Russell coming off a solid outing against Sacramento. Thomas passes to Claxton. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. And Thomas gets it to go on the assist from Williams.
I'm not sure how we define a difficult finish for Cam Thomas. This guy finds a way through contact.
Daniels, that one's true.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Russell. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game. Here's Thomas for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Boy, this team is on a heater right now. 16 wins in a row, and they've shown no signs of slowing down.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it, the athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary.
And Brooklyn with possession here. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. From the arc. Rebounded by Green.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Back to Daniels. Fires the 3. Misses that one. 3 for 4 from the floor.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Russell. It's stolen by Curry. Green with the ball. Russell covering. Green, the pass to Daniels. Williams grabs the board. Nets trail by 5. Pass to Johnson. Takes a 3. Sinks it from distance.
Oh, so good in catch and shoot. Cam Johnson has sweet mechanics.
Back to Daniels. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Lets the 3 fly, and the Nets another 3.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Butler passes to Daniels. Driving to the basket. Inside. Puts it up from 17. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Daniels has got 9.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Here's Thomas, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Well, if you don't overthink it, what Cam Thomas does on offense is very impressive at his age, Doris.
I think, B.A., what you love about Cam Thomas is he is fearless. He doesn't concern himself with efficiency. His mindset is, I'm going to score, and if I've missed the last 10, it doesn't matter. This next one's going in.
Here's Daniels. Drops in the 3. 12 points for him, and the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Johnson against Butler. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Golden State has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Daniels, and he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Thomas, coming in off 21 points in his last outing.
Well, you love the strong finish by Cam Thomas. So good when he's getting to his game with assertiveness.
Daniels, that one's true.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Nets trail by 4. Russell with the ball. Thomas outside. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Daniels. The Warriors have gone a fantastic 8 of 11 so far. And he jams it home with authority.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Russell. Thomas outside. Pass to Claxton. Claxton, a screen on Butler. Shoots. Off the left rim and out.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Now Curry. Back to Daniels. From behind the arc. Sinks the tray. Daniels has got 21.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And Claxton gets the bucket.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Here's Daniels. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And Johnson.
Melton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Johnson with a bucket.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Daniels, that one's true. 26 points for him.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And here's Russell. Melton finds Thomas. Five on the clock. Wide open look. Warriors with the rebound, and they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
And the Nets making a change here. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Watford comes in for Johnson. Wilson's checked in for Thomas. And it's Johnson in for Russell. Now here's Curry, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Outside Johnson. Pass to Watford. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Count it.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Nets trail by 11. And there's 1:45 left in the first. Watford the pass to Melton. And he buries his first look.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up to the net. Kerr calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for Shams?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Brandon Pajimski out there with Moses Moody. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Daniels in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
He started the game scorching the Nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
Butler with a steal. Moody on the wing. Covered by Johnson. Daniels, that one's true.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Nets trail by 18. Melton outside. Pass to Johnson. Fires from the line. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's the 3. Williams grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Watford outside. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Daniels, that one's true.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Outside, Williams. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Warriors lead by 20. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
From deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Daniels has got 42 in the game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Fires for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Nets trail by 19. Williams with it. Now guarded by Moody. Pass to Sharp. And here's Watford. Williams with it. From downtown. Hits a 3-pointer.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Here's Daniels. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Daniels has got 45 points. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Johnson comes in for Watford. Thomas, he's checked in for Williams. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Johnson. Now here's Thomas. He's got 6. Only missed the J after tricking the D with a nifty pass fake. Here's Daniels. He's guarded by Claxton. Daniels misses. Nets trail by 19. Oh, it's stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Here's Russell. Melton outside. Pass to Thomas. Shot blocked.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Here's Butler. And he drops it in from the low post. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is a move that Butler has developed to counter defenses that want to play him for the drive.
Outside Johnson. Now Thomas to win the run. Fires in the triple. Thomas has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
Now here's Russell, defended by Pajemski. Thomas outside and out of bounds. The Warriors will take it. And a moment now to take a look at a terrific player who has earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
He has been the complete package and more over this stretch. I can't think of another guy who has taken his team's needs upon himself like he has. He's a one-man army out there.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Moody. Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. Pass to Looney. Back to Daniels. The floater, and the layup is good off the glass. Daniels has got 47 points.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Russell to pass to Johnson. The 3. The shot no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
It's Daniels with a drive. Misses the layup. And Williams has got the ball here for Brooklyn. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Dialing it in from range on the road is never easy to do, but they pulled it off and played a great game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Butler, and it's Buddy Hield in for Podziemski. Johnson passes to Russell. Claxton a screen on Curry. An open look for Russell. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Oh, tremendous pass from Cam Johnson there. Nice work.
Here's Daniels. From down in the low post, it goes. Daniels has got 49 in the game.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Williams on the wing. There's the triple. Yet another bucket.
An incredible performance tonight. He's at 50.
And tonight ties him for the 5th most 50-point games in NBA history.
Yeah, he's level with Elgin Baylor, who reached this mark 17 times in his legendary career.
Thomas against Hield. Screened by Claxton. And here's Thomas from the arc. Hauled in by Curry.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Daniels. Again! What an avalanche! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
The BA, it feels like he can't miss.
54 seconds left in the first half. Curry against Russell. Pass to Thomas. The kick out to Williams. Shot clock at 5. And the Nets miss again.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game is going. Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Here's Johnson. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. And that's going to be a travel.
Now into the lineup for your Warriors, number 0, Gary Payton II.
Unfortunately for them, they're reeling at this point.
So true. Very little going their way right now at either end of the floor.
Pass to Johnson. Another shot. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
It's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Johnson, no good on that one. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really, that wax he put on his head, oh my God, it's just glaring in my eyes.
Well, it deflects away the haters like you, Kenny. Glad to know it's working.
You have any extra biggin?
You don't need it, Ernie. You always shine.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Warriors.
I mean, when you go inside and impose your will this way, you're delivering a gut punch.
Yeah, there's a whole other half to go, but the way they're winning this, makes him the heavy favorite now. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kicking off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the 3. Here's Daniels. Non-stop scoring machine right here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Nets ball.
Russell deciding where to go with it. Outside Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Golden State. Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct, because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times. Had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era.
Now here's Thomas. Misses the 3. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. 4-3. Brooklyn with the board. Tipped.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Here's the 3. He drops it from range. Daniels has got 59 points.
This is unbelievable. He has over half the team's points right now.
Curry against Russell. Claxton a screen on Butler. Now Johnson. He's got 10. 4 on the clock. From outside the arc. Hauled in by Curry.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
It's Podziemski on the wing. Back to Daniels. This one for 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Russell from outside. Nails it from 3. Russell's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
The 3 is up. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Thomas. Warriors with the rebound. Daniels has got rebound number 11. For 3. Good! Another from 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The BA, he's on fire.
Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Claxton passes to Johnson. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside, Green. Here's Daniels. No good on the 3. The Nets shooting 40% so far in this one. And Williams punches it home.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The 3-ball. Rebounded by Butler. Golden State has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. Good. He hits again. 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Back to Russell. The 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Russell's got 6 in the quarter.
D'Angelo Russell is not afraid to make some big-time momentum-swinging shots. Nice to see him answer back right there.
Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor.
Now here's Russell. 10 points for him. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
It's Daniels with a drive. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Daniels. Launches it. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
And so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Now here's Williams. Down low. Green. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Claxton a screen on Curry. The shot by Russell, no good.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Daniels, that one's true.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 9, and he gets the bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
On the wing, Daniels. Williams defending. Daniels misses. Outside, Williams. Outside for Russell. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 8th rebound here tonight. It's Podziemski on the wing. Back to Daniels. Fires from deep. Drains the triple.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now here's Williams. He has 7. To the middle. Here's Russell. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry. Curry's got his 5th rebound in this one. Daniels. And he dunks it down.
You know if you're open, Stephen Curry has that team-first mentality. He will find you.
And the Nets shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Here's Williams. Soft touch off the glass. Williams has got 6 here in the quarter.
They're in trouble if they let him post like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Now here's Russell. 12 points for him. The kick out to Johnson. Off target from outside.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Curry from deep 3-point land. Brooklyn with the board. Outside Russell. Double team on Russell. Thomas outside. The shot by Russell, no good. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Here's Daniels. Hits yet again. Wow!
And he's been out of this world tonight. I mean, unreal on the offensive end.
Boy, the points just keep adding up. Close to the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. Russell finds Thomas. It's stolen. Here's Daniels. Williams defending. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the 2nd round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
And he makes a first. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big 3. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
There's 42 seconds left in the 3rd. Melton passes to Sharp, so it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Shooting for Brooklyn, De'Ron Sharp at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line. So Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. They didn't.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. Y'all see my boy MP tonight? That guy swiping everything, man. Certified thief. It's crazy.